guys, Realtor Adele, your favorite realtor and investment property strategist. Welcome to the monthly housing market report where we discuss home prices, housing appreciation, mortgage interest rates, housing affordability, and current real estate trends. We also take a look at the economy, jobs market, rate of inflation, and whatever else may be going on globally or politically that may impact the way we buy and sell real property. In this month's report, it's all about mortgage interest rates as housing affordability continues to be the trending topic. We'll explore why rates recently dropped and discuss the domino effect it's had on the market. We'll also take a bit of a deep dive on Atlanta housing market trends and see how it's impacting home buyers and sellers as a result. Let's begin. Rates recently ticked up after falling for 5 consecutive weeks in the month of October and then for 2 weeks in the middle of September. Now, rates typically decline when there's a weakened economy, and during this period, we were experiencing a government shutdown, an extended government shutdown. And of course, many people were furloughed. And even before the government shutdown, there has been quite a significant number of layoffs during this year. Usually, when there's uncertainty, large purchases such as buying a home, something like that is usually put on hold. So I imagine that these consecutive weeks of mortgage rates declining week after week was in an effort to stimulate the economy. Another hot topic that has been highlighted recently is housing affordability. While this topic isn't at all new, it has been getting some extra attention lately. In the recent elections a couple of weeks ago, political candidates in just about every state honed in on housing affordability, and for good reason. They want your vote. Just kidding, just kidding. But many would be home buyers have been sitting on the sidelines over the last 3 or so years, wishing, hoping, and waiting for mortgage rates to go down so that it would be more affordable to buy a home. The recent decline in rates recently resulted in an increase in mortgage applications. Quick question: what do you think makes a home more affordable? Is it the price or interest rate? A recent poll suggested that the majority of people think that the cost of a home is what makes it affordable. While both the price of a home and the rate you get for the loan impacts how much you pay per month for the mortgage, the interest rate has a greater impact over time on your monthly payments since the amount borrowed decreases every month when you make your payment. Initially, the price of the home will determine your loan amount and the amount you have to put down in order to secure the loan. However, a lower rate enables you to afford a higher priced home. A lower home price means a lower loan amount and lower down payment to secure the loan. In this example, we review a case study of a home priced at $400,000 with a 30-year fixed rate of 6.25% and a home priced at $450,000 with a 30-year fixed rate of 6%. In both scenarios, the buyer puts down $20,000 towards the home loan. The mortgage payment is based on a calculation of the borrowed amount and the interest rate charged to borrow the money. A home priced at $400,000 with a 6.25% interest, the monthly payment is $2,339. A home priced at $450,000 with a 6% 30-year fixed rate is $2,578 per month. This means that if your monthly budget to buy a home is in the 2300 to 2500 price range, then a lower rate means that you can buy a higher priced home. Do keep in mind that the price of the home will determine your down payment amount, insurance, taxes, and other expenses that are dependent on the base price. The number one way to make buying a home more affordable in recent years has been to buy down the interest rate. Often in high inflationary periods, the rate buy down amount can be negotiated for the seller to contribute funds in the form of buyer concessions. A lower rate ultimately means a lower monthly payment for the buyer. Let's take a look at housing market trends in Metro Atlanta, starting with single family detached. Pending sales 2,954, closed sales 3,368, days on market 47, average sales price for single family detached $562,050, percent of list price received 97.9, and month supply of inventory 4.2. As for attached homes, pending sales 734, actual closed sales 827, days on market 56, average sales price $394,773. Sellers are receiving 97.7% of their asking price. Month supply of inventory 5.9. We'll call it 6%. So that means that we are experiencing a buyer's market, especially for attached homes. Now, I want to point out that there's a few things going on here. So clearly we see the difference in terms of days on market for attached homes when compared to detached homes, which were 42, attached is 56. So that's a significant difference. That's not unusual since buyers prefer a detached home when comparing apples to apples. And then in both instances across the board, sellers are basically receiving 97.7% for their asking price. I think the one for detached was 97.9. But this tells us that there is a bit of negotiating that's happening as where the price is concerned. And that's reflected here in regard to the percentage of the asking price that the seller is receiving. Now, although it's noted on paper that the month supply of inventory for detached homes is 4.2, which technically that means that that's a seller's market. However, the reality is that many homes are staying on the market longer than expected with no offers or interest from would-be buyers. So for the most part, Metro Atlanta is experiencing a buyer's market across the board. Now, there are particular neighborhoods that are having better success selling faster than other neighborhoods. However, we are in a buyer's market more than we're not. If you have a home or investment property that you're thinking of selling, or if you're curious about its current value, scan the QR code for an estimated home valuation. The results are based on a combination of actual home sales within a certain radius of your home or property. Of course, if you're interested in a more customized valuation, please contact me and I'll be happy to provide that for you. Let's recap. The month of November was all about mortgage interest rates and housing affordability, with rates declining mid-September and every week in October. There was an uptick in mortgage applications, proving that home buying had become unaffordable for many. Spiked rates have kept many would-be home buyers on the sidelines in recent years. The number one strategy currently being used to make buying a home more affordable is interest rate buy-downs. The average sales price for single-family detached, $562,050. Days on market 47. Sellers are receiving 97.9% of their asking price. Month supply of inventory for single-family detached, 4.2. As for condos and townhomes, the average sales price $394,773. Average days on market 52, actually 56. Sellers are receiving 97.7% of their asking price. Month supply of inventory 5.9. Metro Atlanta is currently experiencing a buyer's market, and the current rate for a 30-year fix is 6.23%. As always, it is my goal to provide you with accurate information from trusted sources so that you can make the best decisions for yourself and your family. If you found value in anything I've shared, please like this video, subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. If you're in the market to buy or sell a home, download your free home buyer and seller guide by scanning the QR codes that's on the slide. That's all for now. I'll see you on the next video.